Drum libraries. I won't stop collecting them. Even though I only use a small selection of them regularly while I use the rest sparingly, I'll never stop picking up new drum libraries. Joey Sturgis Tones have been releasing small drum packages for a while, but Miles McPherson Drums is their first fully featured drum library, sporting 2 full kits recorded in 2 different studios. I like the sound of these kits. They have a natural open tone. I was actually expecting the kits to sound more processed and punchy, coming from Joey Sturgis' site, but they're actually more understated, which is cool. The room kit sounds warm and full. While the studio kit is a bit more sparse. You get left and right hand hits for the snare and toms. And the usual articulations for the cymbals. You also get an option to load the snares down samples, which features the entire kit recorded without the snares on. It's pretty solid, and there's plenty of room to process and produce the sounds with their natural tone. But there are some odd things about the library that may beg the question, is it really any good? First is the remapping script. While it's easy to use in theory, you'll find that actually remapping the kit causes some odd things to happen. Like a tom will suddenly appear where you set your snare, or a kick will move when remapping something else. In other words, it's kind of broken and the script needs to be fixed. Perhaps that can be taken care of in an update. Then there's the problem with the mic options you're given. You'll notice there's no channel for the hats, which can be a real pain in the butt, because if you want to bring the overheads down and the room mics up, you're stuck with the roomy hats that have no definition. That's a problem. But what makes that problem a big one is the fact that no volume control is given for each kit piece to change how loud they are in each mic perspective. So you don't get to choose how much of the kick or snare you hear in the room mics, or how much of the toms you hear in the overheads, and so on. The drum samples themselves are all separated into close mics, overheads, and room mics in the WAV files, so there's no reason the users should be limited in the same way as an engineer with a live tracked kit. The individual drum control should really be added to this GUI in a future update. Otherwise, library owners will have to struggle with this rather annoying limitation. It's a problem, because the crashes are so much louder than the kit pieces or the hats, bringing up the room mics kills the drum sound. And because the hats have been turned down so quietly, if you pull the overheads down to tame the crashes, the hats will disappear into nothing. Not cool. In its current state, the library really needs an overhaul with these things: the volume balance between the velocities, the remapping script, the volume balance between the hats and the crashes, and a dedicated volume control for each instrument's close mic, overhead samples, and room samples. If those things can be provided, and they can easily be provided with a bit of scripting and volume tweaking, then this library would be a real winner. There aren't that many drum libraries that sport a nice, natural, unprocessed sound for $100, so this could be a great example if updated. But if in the case an update isn't provided, or you already have the library and are frustrated with the symbol and hat balance, I've spent a few good hours editing each and every kit piece and symbol in the library, adjusting each velocity's volume to get them as balanced as possible within contact, to sound, well, balanced and more responsive. What you hear in this video is the customized version of this library. It does sound good, and at $100, it's a solid buy. So if you're going to buy the library, or you have a copy, get in touch and I'll give you the balanced patches and you'll hear and feel the difference between them and the stock patches. For now, let's hope Joey Sturge's tones can provide an update to this collection, because it has a lot of potential. And that's that. I'll see you next time with another library. Check you later.